Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Love is Absolute coming to you live from the tribe. Hey, how you guys doing? Hopefully your day is going awesome, well, and you guys are moving forward in your lives no matter what the difficulty or situation. Got another story to tell you guys. Yesterday, because some of you may know or not know, I've been involved in the security industry for a while, especially when I do other type of jobs. Sometimes I'll do have a side job. But anyways, yesterday I was at work and this guy, I work outside basically, and it's a restaurant down in Newport. So yeah, I work out there by the beach area. So basically we have an outside restaurant, and my job is to make sure people come in and exit a certain way, and then make sure the guests are taken care of as far as their dining experience. So long story short, this guy comes in and he buys a group of ladies, some alcohol. He obviously, was drunk before he did that, but he wanted to get more alcohol, and he felt entitled to that, which is fine. But it just got to a point where he was just intoxicated beyond belief. So he kept harassing the ladies that were sitting down and enjoying their meal. And I politely told him, hey, you need to stop. They're bothered, go away. So he walks away, and then he kept coming back. He comes back like 5 or 6 times. He's just looking at me, and I'm looking at him. He kept doing this and kept doing this. Then, because before he rode his bike over and he locked it up, and then he walked away, and then got his bike, and then unlocked it, and then put it away, and then came back like 2 or 3 hours later, besides the point of the situation, and he starts getting into me. We started getting into it. Basically, we started arguing, and then he started getting in my face, and I got back in his face as well. And I told him, like, dude, like, you need to leave, bro. Otherwise, we're going to get the cops. And he got to the point where even the manager had to get involved. My other coworker got involved. Basically, this guy kept testing me. He kept testing me. I'm like, why does this guy keep coming back? Why does this guy keep coming back? And I told myself, it's like, whatever happens, I'm going to be myself. Okay. I'm going to speak the truth, because he kept blaming me for taking his bike. Man, I didn't take his bike. I did not take his bike. But he was so convinced on his truth that I took his bike. I'm like, no, I did not take your bike. Like, we're going to get into it. Then he starts threatening me. Crazy. Like, this person is of Latino descent. So you know how that rolls. Those of you who are Latino. When pride gets tested, that's not taken too well in their culture. So anyways, he gets tested and tested and tested. I'm not talking about, like, as far as Latino culture, not everyone, it's just certain ones in the culture. Just same thing, with Black culture, Asian culture, Caucasian culture. It's just same. Certain ones don't like to be told no. Certain ones don't like boundaries. Certain ones just feel like they can do whatever. That's in every culture. But in this specific situation, it was a Latino culture. Him specifically, he got in my face, and he's like, I'm gonna come back and shoot this place up. I'm gonna come back. I got a knife. I'm gonna knife you. Da da da. He's like, you got a strap. I'm like, you don't want to know, bro. So whatever happens, we're gonna get into it. I said, you're gonna do you. I'm gonna do me. That's what's gonna happen. So every time, because he tried to get up on my chest, I'm like, nah, bro. And then he starts throwing signs up. I'm like, okay, you can throw signs up. It's just like, bruh, whatever happens, you may, have 10 people come jump me, whatever. I'm going to stand my ground, bro. And, during this situation, my adrenaline was just rushing. It was just rushing. I did not care, because it got to a point where people were he just bothered. So many people were so bothered about it. I was just like, I'm going to have to deal with this. The manager didn't want to deal with it. He's trying to, like, do something, but, like, he couldn't do anything. I'm like, dude, yeah, let me handle it. So I had to handle it, and the reason why I bring this up, so basically the story ended where, like, the guy walks away, And then he comes back, he's like, somebody told my bike, da 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 da. He kept going on with the bike. Then he's like, all of a sudden he switched. Like, I'm his best friend. It got to a point where he gave me money, like, which is crazy. He gave me money. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. I just like flipped out. I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I'm like, yeah, you're in your feelings. I get it, dude. But like, you got to chill out with that, bro. Like, express your feelings, but you don't need to threaten stuff, bro. And the reason why I bring this topic up is you're going to be tested, tried, and true. You're going to be tested, dude. Okay? Anytime you start to be authentic, you start to be assertive, and you start to be absolute in who you are, you're going to be tested. Remember, what is the main goal? Every day is to love yourself. This is what amazes me about dating relationships. Everyone wants to be in a dating relationship with someone else, but no one wants to be in a dating relationship with themselves. Let me say it again. Everyone wants to be in a dating relationship with other people, but people don't want to be in a dating relationship or a harmony, a unifying relationship with themselves. Why is that? Because we don't know ourselves. We don't see worth and value in ourselves because we're just too busy seeing worth and value. And people who are on YouTube who have 20 million viewers, we think, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that because like, oh, I'm not cool enough. I'm not popular enough. I got to be fake. I got to do all this fake shit. No, man. What you have to do is just show people, man. Show people. Like, show people the process. How did I deal with that situation? How did I deal with this situation? I use my characteristics, my attributes, my traits. I use my 2, which is my intuition. Intuition means I know shit before it happens. I can walk into different situations, not know. For example, I'm going to give you another example. I can walk into a different situation, not know what to do, and figure it out on the spot. Let me get another example. When I got off work, I went and instead of going home the normal way where I normally go home, where it's easy and I remember that way to go home, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go that way, the way I know to go home. I'm going to purposely get lost to see if my intuition is really real. You know, I was testing my own intuition. You know, basically I know shit before it. So I got lost for about like 30 minutes. And all I did, you know, because I just kept going around. First, I kept thinking about, okay, where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go here? A lot of indecision. When I'm not using my intuition, bad things. Things don't work out the way they need to work out. Then I started listening to my intuition. That's what it is for me. Stop listening to my brain. Stop overthinking things and start listening to my gut. You know, intuition is just your gut. You know, your gut feeling. You have a good feeling to go. And I did it. I kid you not, dude. I got back on the freeway. It was crazy. Like, I didn't know where I was. I recognized maybe one street. And I just listened and something said, go right. Go here. Take a right. Do this. Oh, and then I went. He said, go straight. And I recognized where I was. I turned around, got back on the freeway, got home, dude. Crazy. You know, but that's the thing. In that situation, too. I was myself. Be yourself. I keep saying, be yourself. Tell your truth. And stand your ground. In that situation, use your intuition. Stop overthinking everything. I know, like, you're like me. You overthink everything. You know, everything has to, you know, go through. You know, you need evidence and verification of it, you know, the solution to work, versus just, you know, step in and be open. Trust that, you know, your solutions are always working because you are every problem in your life, you are the solution to. Openness, be open to adjusting, you know, like, be open into trying different solutions, even solutions you would never think about. It's not about thinking about solutions. It's about letting your gut, your intuition tell you, source basically, tell you how to solve a problem. And the third is sympathy. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. I know I struggle with this a lot every day. Even in that situation, did I do the right thing? Did I provoke him? It doesn't matter. My job is not to be worried about how he feels and what his thoughts are. I mean, that's later, but like, my primary concern and my primary focus and my primary intention should be on myself. Do I feel okay? How do I feel? You know, not to be hard on myself like I should have done this. I did the best I can in whatever situation it is. And that's what I did. I don't have to have it perfect. Yeah, a lot of people can critique, oh, you should have done this, you should have done. Well, go put yourself in a situation and then you tell me how you would do it. Matter of fact, don't tell me how you would do it. Show me how you would do it. How I did it, I used my intuition. 2, I used my assertiveness. I was very assertive. Like, I didn't wait for shit to happen. I made things happen without someone telling me. And then I used sympathy. I used sympathy for myself. Like, hey, let me be sensitive. Like, okay, this makes me feel uncomfortable. So let me, stand my ground. Standing your ground means setting boundaries. Hey, this is not acceptable behavior. It bothers me. I'm telling you, I'm letting you know. That's what that is. So intuition, assertiveness, sympathy. That's the process. Whenever you get in a situation, when you get tested, you just have that feeling, listen to your intuition. 2, 5, be proactive. Assertive means be proactive. Don't wait for shit to happen. Take a stance while you still have the opportunity to take a stance, and defend yourself. Stand your ground. If you get jumped, you get beat up, stand your ground. Always fight back. Always fight back. Like, defend yourself the best of your ability. Verbally fight back. Mentally, fight back with your feelings. When you feel that fear come upon you, embrace it. Embrace that shit. That's what I did. When I felt that, especially with the fear, dude, the fear was just ripping through me, dude. It was fucking ripping through me, dude. It was just ripping me a new asshole. But I was like, you know what? Calm down. Shut the fuck up and calm down. Okay? Don't dismiss the fear. Don't be in denial about the fear. Embrace the fear. Like, go through it. Like, ride it like a wave. Ride your fear like a wave. Ride your fear like a wave, dude. Ride it. Ride it. Ride it. Ride it. Ride it. Even if you fall off that surfboard, ride it. If you fall off that damn surfboard, get back up on that surfboard and ride it again. Ride it until you can master riding that wave at least a good, 10 minutes. Especially with the big kahuna waves. And you might drown, you might get overwhelmed. That's okay. Get up and get on your surfboard and ride that wave. Let that fear rip through you. His job, the whole test was intimidation, fear, and then paralysis. That's what the whole test was, as far as my perspective. Whatever. But again, when you're being tested, stand your ground. Like, use your intuition, be proactive, and don't be hard on yourself, man. Like, do the best you can, and that's the thing. It'll help you relax and loosen up. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this was helpful. This is a helpful story of how I use the process of being tested and being tried through different circumstances or situations, using your intuition, your assertiveness, and your sympathy for yourself and others at all times, at all circumstances. Brothers, pound. Sisters, behave.